Safety has always been one of the top priorities in the auto industry, but in the last few decades, that has been more true than ever. Gas emissions and safety trump all, and not just the safety of the vehicle's occupants, but also pedestrians and other participants in traffic. ESC is one of these safety features, the electronic stability control. So let's see what it does, the meaning of the service message, and how it can be fixed. Service ESC Lite means that the electronic stability control system isn't working properly and may not engage when you need it most. Fixing the problem requires the skilled hands of a professional, as dealing with the diagnosis and sensor failure can be too complex for a DIY mechanic. Why is electronic stability control so important? The ESC system continuously monitors the driving conditions and remains dormant until it detects a potential loss of control. When the ESC system activates to help maintain vehicle control, the ESC light, usually a car icon with skid marks, will flash on your dashboard. If the ESC light stays on without flashing, there's likely an issue with the system that needs attention. Some vehicles may display a Service ESC warning to indicate this problem explicitly. It's important not to ignore a constant ESC light or Service ESC warning, because this means your vehicle's safety features may not work correctly until the issue is fixed. What are the symptoms of a bad ESC? Being aware of the symptoms of a bad or failing ESC system can help you take necessary action before a minor issue turns into a major problem. Here are some key signs to look out for. Illuminated ESC warning light. If the ESC warning light on your dashboard, which is usually a car icon with skid marks, stays on consistently, it's a clear indication that there might be something wrong with your ESC system. Additionally, a Service ESC message might appear, showing a problem with the ESC system. Flashing ESC light. When the ESC light on the dashboard flashes, it means that the ESC system is working to keep the vehicle stable. However, if the flashing happens frequently or during normal driving conditions, such as driving straight on a dry, flat road, it could suggest that the ESC system is too sensitive or not functioning properly. Loss of traction or skidding. The ESC system aims to prevent the car from slipping or becoming unstable. If you observe an increase in skidding or sliding, especially in conditions where it didn't happen before, it could imply that the ESC system is not working correctly. Unusual brake behavior. If there is a problem with the ESC system, you might experience abnormal braking behavior such as pulsating brakes or the vehicle pulling to one side when braking. This is due to the selective application of brakes to individual wheels by the ESC system. Difficulty steering. ESC helps control the vehicle's direction, particularly in extreme steering maneuvers. If you notice a decreased response or difficulty when steering, it could be a symptom of an ESC issue. Unusual noises. If you hear strange noises while braking or making turns, it's possible that the ESC system has a problem. Listen for grinding or constant ABS pump noises, which could be a sign that the ESC system is activating inappropriately. The vehicle controls differently. If you notice that your vehicle is not controlling well during turns or on slippery roads, it may imply a problem with the ESC system. You might experience oversteering where the vehicle turns more than you intend, or understeering where it turns less than expected. Traction control light illuminated. Since ESC and traction control systems work in tandem, an issue with the ESC might also cause the traction control warning light to illuminate. How to fix a Service ESC warning. There are a few steps you can take to diagnose and fix a Service ESC warning. To fix it, do the following steps. Check if the ESC is turned off. Most vehicles have the ability to manually turn off the ESC system. This feature is often utilized by drivers who want more control over their vehicle's handling, particularly when off-roading or partaking in a track day. To ensure the ESC system is turned on, locate the ESC button on the dashboard or center console. The symbol typically resembles a car with skid marks behind it. Press the button to ensure the system is activated. If the ESC was manually turned off, pressing the button should turn the system back on and turn off the Service ESC warning. If the warning persists, then the issue is likely not that the system was manually turned off. Perform a visual check. Although a visual inspection might not reveal the exact problem, it can help identify obvious issues that might cause the Service ESC warning. Here's what to do. Inspect the wiring around the ESC system for visible signs of damage, such as cuts, fraying, or burning. Damaged wiring can interrupt the signals being sent to the ESC system. Check for signs of corrosion, particularly in the connector plugs. Corrosion can inhibit the flow of electricity and interfere with system operations. If you identify any damage, seek professional help to have the affected parts replaced or repaired. Check the wheel speed sensors. If the Service ESC warning is triggered, it could be due to a problem with the wheel speed sensors. These sensors are responsible for monitoring the rotation speed of each wheel in the ESC system. To check them for faults, follow the inspection procedure. Use an OBD2 scanner or a code reader. Connect the device to the OBD2 port, which is usually located under the dashboard. Turn on the ignition and run a diagnostic scan. The scanner will retrieve any stored trouble codes from the vehicle's computer. Look for codes related to the wheel speed sensors. These typically start with C and will be followed by a series of numbers. If you see any, it indicates an issue with one or more of the wheel speed sensors. If faulty wheel speed sensors are detected, they'll need to be replaced. This task can be complex, so it's often best to have a professional mechanic perform it. Check the steering angle sensor. The steering angle sensor monitors the steering wheel's angle and rate of turn, both crucial pieces of data for the ESC system. A fault in this sensor can trigger the Service ESC warning. To inspect the steering angle sensor, use an OBD2 scanner or a code reader, as you did for the wheel speed sensors. Look for codes related to the steering angle sensor. If any are detected, the sensor might be faulty or require recalibration. Replacing or recalibrating a steering angle sensor should generally be carried out by a professional due to the complexity of the task and the need for specific equipment. Please note that although these steps can assist in identifying and resolving the issue, they may not always be effective. Complex ESC system problems may the use of advanced diagnostic tools and techniques to diagnose and repair the problem. If the Service ESC warning continues to appear despite your best efforts, it is recommended that you take your automobile to a reputable mechanic or service center for a thorough inspection and repair. How to prevent ESC problems. To avoid issues with your electronic stability control ESC system, it is important to perform regular maintenance and be aware of signs of possible problems. Although some issues may arise unexpectedly due to the system's complexity, following these steps can prevent or lessen most problems. Regular maintenance and inspection. Regular vehicle servicing. To prevent ESC problems, the first step is to have your vehicle regularly serviced. In the case of professional service, the mechanic will check the ESC system's sensor, wiring, and other components for any possible issues before they turn into bigger problems. Wheel maintenance. Regular maintenance of the wheels is crucial for the ESC system, since it heavily depends on the data from the wheel speed sensors. The maintenance tasks, such as alignment, balancing, and proper tire inflation, can prevent irregular tire wear and other problems that may result in incorrect wheel speed sensor readings. Brake system maintenance. To ensure the ESC system works at its best, it's important to maintain your vehicle's brake system. This includes frequently checking and replacing brake pads, rotors, and fluid, since the ESC system relies on the brakes of each wheel. Maintain cleanliness of sensors. As part of your regular maintenance routine, make sure to clean the sensors, such as the wheel speed sensors and steering angle sensor, since dirt, mud, and debris can affect their performance. However, be cautious while cleaning to avoid damaging the sensors. Careful driving. If you have to drive over rough terrain or potholes, be aware that it could harm the ESC components, particularly the sensors. To minimize the impact, drive slowly and cautiously. If you see the ESC light or the Service ESC warning on your dashboard, it could mean an ESC issue. It's important to take it seriously and get professional help to identify and fix the issue quickly. Any modifications to the vehicle's electrical system should be done by a professional. Improper modifications or installations can cause electrical issues that may interfere with the ESC system. Regular system checks. The ESC system, like many other vehicle components, relies on a healthy battery. Regularly checking the battery's health and replacing it as necessary can help prevent a range of electrical issues, including those affecting the ESC system. Some vehicles may require software updates for the ESC system. Make sure to check with your dealer or certified mechanic to ensure that your vehicle's software is up to date. To avoid issues with your ESC system, make sure to maintain it regularly, drive carefully, and watch out for any warning signs. By taking these measures, you can help to ensure that this vital safety feature keeps working properly and keeps you safe while driving. To summarize what we talked about in this video, the Electronic Stability Control ESC system is a safety feature. in cars that improves stability and control, especially in difficult driving conditions. Electronic systems can sometimes have issues, including the ESC system in vehicles. If there's a problem, the dashboard of your vehicle will show a Service ESC warning. This means your vehicle needs attention right away. The Service ESC warning suggests a problem in the ESC system, which may include the wheel speed sensors, steering wheel position sensor, and central electronic control unit, ECU, that manages it. I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and follow so you don't miss any of my videos.